Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm just doing this video because I wanted to let you guys know that I've just come out of hospital. I was actually put in there by my daughter's doctor, who isn't even my doctor, when I was taking her for a visit to him about a small skin condition that she had, which we weren't sure about what it was. So I took her along, and he asked her to leave the room, and then he proceeded to tell me he thought I didn't look well and that I needed to be in hospital. He didn't weigh me, he didn't take my blood sugars, he didn't do anything. He basically thought that I just didn't look well and that I looked maybe worse than I did last time that I was in hospital, which was 2024. And back then, to be honest, he was right, I wasn't well. It turned out that this time I was actually 3 kilograms heavier than I was back then. But I didn't find out that until I arrived there. I was made to go in. He said that he would call an ambulance on me if I didn't go. So the following morning I had to go to the hospital. That was a couple of Fridays ago. And I had to let my work know that I wasn't going to be able to work for God knows how long. So I've been in hospital, and you don't get weighed in there every day. You just get weighed twice a week. So I only got weighed once or twice in there. I was in there for, I think it was 9 nights and about 10 days. And the doctors were actually not too bad this time. They weren't scaring me as much as last time that I was in. But this time, I actually had with feeding syndrome, because I was put on a nasogastric tube and all the rest of it, as usual, which is what they always do. And this time, so it was 8 days on the tube, and then I was allowed to have a meal. So I started a meal on, I think it was last Saturday night. And then I had the breakfast, then I had supper, then I had the breakfast in the morning and the morning tea in the morning. And then I was told by the doctor, who is actually one of the nicest doctors there, she came into my room and said, guess what, you can go. And I was unbelievably relieved because I was in a lot of pain. Most days I was there. This time I was not getting basically any sleep, and so that causes the pain. And I was also getting, the pain is also caused when I get a panic attack and I can't go back to sleep. So I got a panic attack on the Saturday night, so I was in pain the next day as well on the Sunday. Although it wasn't quite as bad that night, because I did get some sleep that night. But it was not a good admission. The only good thing was that I had some nice nurses and I had that really nice doctor. And but when I was in there, I had the feeds as well, so the nasogastric feeds, and then I had, with the refeeding, what happens is your phosphates and your potassium and your magnesium often, and some other electrolytes as well sometimes, go completely off the rails. All those electrolytes start getting pulled right into your cells, and that means there's not enough left in your blood serum. So the fluid that is basically your blood apart from the cells. So I had seriously bad electrolytes when they started the refeeding. And so they do a blood test on you every single day to check on that. And I didn't have any symptoms of refeeding, even though my electrolyte said that I probably should have. My ECGs were all fine. There was no problems with them. That one is mainly linked to your potassium level. And my potassium went all over the place, but I had no symptoms. And no changes really in my ECG. So basically no symptoms with anything. And unlike last time, I was actually quite well conditioned. I was quite strong. I had been lifting in the gym with the personal trainer for at least 4 days a week. Not always with the trainer, but I was in the gym lifting quite heavily 4 days a week, and that didn't make a difference to the doctor that I saw either. And maybe I was a little bit more unwell than I would have assumed, considering how badly my electrolytes fluctuated in the hospital. But I was actually quite well. I was quite okay. I didn't have any symptoms of anything. And normally I do know exactly when things start looking bad for me. I tend to get swelling in my feet, and I get autophonia, which is when you can sort of hear your own heartbeat, and anything that's kind of going on inside your body, you can almost hear it, which is a really strange sensation, but it's autophonia, and it's something that happens to me when I get really low enough in weight. And anyway, so yeah, I thought, everything was quite good, and I was strong, and I was doing okay. I was a low weight, but I'll always be a low weight because I like being a low weight. And yeah, also while I was in there, you always have to meet up with the mental health team. But on this time, the mental health person was quite good, and she listened to me. And I said, look, I don't want anything to do with the mental health ward. I don't want to be going anywhere near it. None of my family are very in favour of mental health services, because my older brother, who was engaged with them for a long, long time, they never treated him very well, and so my parents have just, no way. So I'd said that, but I also told them about, this is 30 years of my life, and it's not going to get better, and I don't want it to get better because I like being thin. And she said, well, I can see that this is not going to be helpful for you. So it's just interesting to learn. I'd like to know a bit more about you. So, we talked a few times, and that was always good. And then she didn't send me anywhere. She just said that I could go home, and that was approved of by her supervisors as well. So that went very well too. Yeah, but I wanted to let you guys know this had happened, and yeah, I think that for me, I just don't think I'll be going anywhere near a doctor. I think I've got just one appointment next week to see my doctor, and I think he was going to just weigh me and see how I'm going. He promised that I would not be put back into hospital, and so as long as he keeps up with that promise, then that's good. But I'm not going to be going back every week and seeing him, and I'm thinking about not going back at all. So yeah, I'm considering that at the moment. But yeah, I'm still painting, and I'm out of pain today. I'm still not quite sure if that's going to be if that's going to go on. I hope it will, because that pain that I was in, the head pain, is just something that is far too traumatic for me to go through again. I couldn't go through another 3 years of that like I'd have done when my daughter was small. So wish me luck. I really need it because I worry about that. I worry about, I'm supposed to start work next week, and I'm worried that I won't have good sleep and that I will be in pain. And that would be my worst nightmare, because I really like my job and I like my clients. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know that, and I hope you're all okay and doing well. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. Okay, well, I'll leave it there.